the constant worry or prolonged worrying. There is also a sense of when you are feeling overwhelmed, even if it's at work. If you are overwhelmed, you are always overwhelmed, then that can lead to stress. Welcome to Dayspring Life and Health channel. Today we're going to talk about stress and your health. How does stress affect your health? And before we hit that particular subject, we want to talk about what stress is in the first place. What is stress? We also want to talk about why stress even happens. We're also going to talk about the kinds and also the types of stress. What are the other types of stress? And then we will also talk about the causes of stress. What causes stress? Then after we do all those, then we will talk about the effect of stress on your long-term health. So let's get to it. All right, so what is stress? Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. And stress can be from an event that you may have come across, or an event, something that may have happened to you in the past, which makes you feel that tension. Or it could be from an abuse. Stress comes also from thought, from your thought process. If you feel or imagine something that gives you tension, then you are definitely having stress. Stress is a sign of you and your body or your mind feeling a loss of control. You feel like you are losing touch with what is happening around you, then you become stressed. So stress is linked to loss of control. So anybody who feels like they are in control over their situation is less stressed. But those who feel like things are getting out of hand and they have actually lost the power to control the situation around them, whether it's in their job situation, at work, whether it is in their marriage, whether it is in their health, whatever it is, if it is a feeling or a sense of losing control, then it leads to stress. Stress is a body's own response to stimuli, what I call fear or flight. So if your body feels like it's being challenged, if there's an undue demand on that body, then stress happens. You stress and you are supposed to react in a way that makes that kind of feeling disappear. If you are feeling challenged in any situation, whether mentally or psychologically, I should say, or even in physical terms, your body, if you are being chased by a dog, you become afraid and you become stressed, because that stress is supposed to help you escape whatever it is that you feel threatened by. In its real form, stress is to make you escape danger. Having said that, then now we have two kinds of stress. We have good stress and we have unhealthy stress. So the good stress is ones that you are able to react in a stressful situation and get yourself from danger. So the use of an example like a dog chasing you, you become stressed acutely, or just right there and then you ran for safety. You don't want to be bitten. And so that makes that kind of stress that you had a good stress, because you escaped danger. So good stress is an acute stress, the kind of stress that leads to an escape from danger, escape from the demands on you, the tension that we are talking about. Bad stress, however, is chronic. So bad stress is the kind of stress that continues to persist even in the face of no adversity. So the body senses that there is still a means, there's still a way, there's still danger out there. And for that matter, the body is continuously reacting, making you feel you should run from a situation when you literally cannot, because there's nothing to run from. Well, if there is, and it is chronic, it is continuously and is persistently giving you the tension and the stress, then that is what we call chronic stress. And chronic stress is what is not good for you. So acute stress may be good, but chronic stress is not. Acute stress is stress that comes and goes away. But chronic stress is stress that persists over days, over weeks, and sometimes over years. Those are the stresses that lead to diseases, where we're going to go soon. And then we also talk about episodic stress, the stress that comes once a while and it goes away. So it's a bunch of acute stress situations that come and then they go. So that's an episode. And then chronic stress is ones that do not go away. It's consistent. You always have a feeling of tension. You always are feeling overwhelmed. You are constantly overwhelmed, constantly feeling that there is something out there against you, something out there working against you, or you have lost control over a situation that you think you should have control over. So now, having known what stress is and the kinds or types of stress, what causes stress? Let's talk about these, and then after that, we're going to talk about the impact of stress on your health. As you may already know, worrying, unending worry. If you worry acutely or in a short time, something happened and you worried, a few minutes, an hour, and it's gone, that is safe. That's a natural response to a bad situation. You're worried and you took care of the issue and it's gone. But when worry becomes consistent or permanent, you are always worried about a life situation. I'll use an example since we're talking about marriage in our live shows. You are worried about your husband cheating on you. You have no idea when he's going to change until you become worried. Each time your man or your husband goes out, you are worried. So that consistent worry can lead to stress, the constant worry or prolonged worrying. There is also a sense of when you are feeling overwhelmed, even if it's at work. If you are overwhelmed, you are always overwhelmed, then that can lead to stress. If you're overwhelmed in one day and you took care of it, you got stressed one day and that stress led you to plan and maybe do an all-nighter, and you finished up whatever work it is, you are done. So that stress is gone. But if it is consistent, every day you go to work, you are overwhelmed. There is no break, from being overwhelmed, every day overwhelmed. That is chronic stress. So being overwhelmed can lead to stress. Also, another cause of stress is financial problems. Financial problems in the form of having to worry about the future. So worry comes in, and also being overwhelmed also comes in. If you can meet your financial obligations, you can be worried, and worry leads to stress. So you become stressed. Family problems. If you have a family that is not consistently doing what you want them to do, you have children that are always in trouble. Teenagers that are always giving you trouble. They go to school and you are just waiting for the call from the principal that something is wrong because your son or your daughter did something. Constant stress. That is stress. It's stressful. It's a stressful situation, so that causes stress. So all those things put together, as well as other life situations that makes you feel a sense of losing control, all those are causes of stress. And so now click on the next video. Maybe we put it on this side. Click on the next video on that side, and then watch how stress causes you to get sick and what kind of diseases does stress cause. Thanks for watching. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers.